10 o'clock. It's 10 a.m. Do you know where you are? Miranda will tell you. Robin Miranda Quivers. How are you doing? Good morning, Robin Miranda
Good
Quivers.
morning.
We're
It's two
live.
days before Christmas. It's crazy times.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's crazy. But you know what? It's the morning, and everybody wants to wake up to somebody as pretty as you.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
you know what? They're drinking their coffee. They're having a
Uh-huh.
good time. It's that time. Everybody, it's
Cheers.
ADIKA time.
It's coffee talk with the Tika. Nothing rhymes with that but chicken tikka. We name drop here. With Stefan and all his friends.
Nobody knew we were coming on this morning. Not even you. You woke up and you saw an email. Not even me. But last night I got um God, I need to structure my life better because I'm so out of my mind, and that's why I have you
Who
here.
actually has structure right now, though? Honestly, fuck structure. Who needs structure? We're fine.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We got Josette Green here, Laurel Rossman, the Colonel, Igor, Kim Fry. There's a lot of people here. Everybody on Facebook, if you're watching, I am going to shut Facebook off. We're going to have a fun show, a holiday show with our friend Zach Nilsson and his brother Kiefo Nilsson. They're going to come on. We're going to chat with them and learn about them. Don't ask me. We know Zach. I don't know Kiefo. I never met him. I'm going to meet him right now. I just said met. He's backstage waiting in our fabulous green room. We have a lot of, if you're back there, Kiefo, I see you back there. You sound good. You look good. Enjoy. Take your time. Just don't worry. We're going to get to you in a second. For you Harry Nielsen fans out there, if you don't know Zach, the first time, or is it Kiefo? If you don't know, this is the sons of Nielsen right here, and we're going to talk about what they're doing with themselves. And Kiefo's a musician. He's a photographer as well. We're going to make it a holiday, fun family show today with some drama, because we need drama, and some
I wore
banter.
this shirt for drama.
You look very pretty today.
Oh,
You look.
thank
I hope you get the job. You look very pretty.
Deranged florist. I mean, I don't know what position this would be applying for.
It's just we you know what, people are coming in slowly. Everybody out there, please do me a favor. First time here, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and the old thing. Share this out to somebody that never seen us before. Let's get 100 people in the chat. Come on.
And definitely turn on your notifications when you do subscribe, so you get notified that you're going to be on a show, and it's important.
And Trey is here, and I don't want to offend people because there's going to be some changes. And yesterday I did a private social club for the Patreons in my Patreon page, which if you're curious about it, I'll probably put up there a little banner that you'll pop up on the recorded one. You can always click on it. It'll go to the descriptions and become a Patreon. We have a vinyl show on the weekends called Talking Wax where you could win vinyl. We're going to get that planned. So if you want to do season 3 with us, come on aboard and win some vinyl. Miranda, if I'm out of control, interrupt me anytime. You're the new co-host. There's no rules. If I'm bad boy, smack me on the wrist. It's okay.
Isn't that why we're here, though? Honestly,
It's true. It's true.
I don't have my ruler. I can't beat you through the screen. I gotta go find one.
Get a
those
rule.
metal ones so I can smack you.
Get
Well,
it. You're allowed to. And everybody, on Fridays, we have Miranda's wonderful husband, Dr. G, with great advice, great tips, and he's a great man. And because of Dr. G, we got Miranda. Because of Miranda, we got Dr. G. Because of my wife, Amber.
It's all Amber, actually.
She really made it all happen. So I
She
love you,
did.
Amber. She's mad at me right now. I love you, Amber.
I love Amber.
Watch this. Amber, I'm sorry I upset you right now, but I love you. The cat's out of the bag. My wife's visiting the in-laws, and I'm all paranoid. The show is about honesty and about the truth. And I refuse to kiss ass anymore because this is my show. Who's going to take me off the air? Me. So I'm going to be honest. Last night we did a social club. I figured the patrons are paying money and people might be going through something and people want to have a little chat. Why pay a therapist money that's just going to fall asleep while you're talking? Why not talk to people?
ADIKA.
Talk to ADIKA or talk to your friends. So what I did was I went on a rant. And there's people that were working on the show. I don't give a crap. Now I'm going to say it. There's people that were working on the show. There's fans of the show. Everybody likes to get too close to the show. It is the people's show. But The right fans will stay with me and the wrong fans will leave me. That's my motto. And, last night, Oive was there. That's Oive, everybody. Mr. Internet. How you doing, Oive?
I'm great. How are you?
And you were part of Social Club. How did you feel about that?
Honestly, I thought it was really good. And we hung for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm going to say something. Everybody that was in the Social Club yesterday, thank you for being there. It was a beautiful chat to get to know you guys. And whatever you believe, remember I say that. This side of that, so I'm not Mr. Political, but if there was a fire and you guys are burning in a building, not just saying, I know this would be great. I would be there to try to save your lives. Just come together, everybody. Stop with the nonsense. Everybody's so divided in this world. It's like really come together. It's even affecting our show. It affects the Coffee Talk family. I'm not here to be a guru. I'm not a Maharishi. I'm not.
I'll be a guru. I mean,
you be a guru
anytime you want it. And what I'll tell you is, in my personal heart of hearts, however tiny in heart it is, the reason people come into our lives is to affect us one way or another. And not everybody's meant to stay. It's just not how the world works. It's not how people work. It's not how our souls interact. We're not meant to be linked forever and ever and ever. Although some of us, I think, have probably been linked in a few lifetimes. But I do believe that people come into our lives for a reason, and not everybody's meant to stay. We just have to enjoy the lessons we learned from them, the good times we had, the wonderful things we gained from each other, and it's okay to peace out. There's nothing wrong with moving forward in whichever direction you need to. So,
God, you said it so good. God, you complete me, Miranda. God, no wonder Dr. G married you. You're my internet wife now, Dr. G.
Well, can Amber be my wife too? Because thank you.
You guys, I need people to put me in line. You said it better than I, because I speak Brooklynese. I don't speak right. I can't even pronounce words right, but my heart speaks loud and clear, everybody. And let me tell you something. For the people that give me the thumbs down and want to start drama and hate and all this stuff and go behind my back, fuck you. And for the people that love me,
well, there you have it.
There you have it. And the people that love me, well, I love you. I'm being honest. I'm going to be real. There's a lot of people that nonsense. And you know what? There's going to be changes on the show. And for the people that go behind the back, never go behind the back of the family. I want everything in this chat to be real. I want it to be right here. No BSing. So I'll say loud and clear how I feel. Ask me, I'll say how I feel. The person, he's been with me a long time. Some of you love him, some of you hate him. But no matter what, even when I disagree with him, he's not leaving my life. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone loves Corey. There he is. Corey Levington. Welcome. There you go. That's right.
So,
Eric Singer loves you, Stefan.
let's name names. I mean, it's okay with me. I never had anything against him, but our esteemed artist, who I really thought did great work and was a really cool guy, happened to he friended me on Facebook, and so like all the other Coffee Talk people, I accept, and he took a lot of offense to some things that I was posting. I have a very strong political opinion. I try to keep it off the air, and so he basically said, "Stefan, it's him or you," and that's a stupid thing to say.
Okay, let's try
to have a stupid thing to say.
My daughter is watching, so
Hi, Brooklyn.
so why is Daddy say bad words? Because Daddy has a problem. Okay, this show is about real. This is my therapy, and I started this show because Daddy was losing his mind, and Corey always said to do this is, and people want to know questions here, and I'm seeing in the chat, you guys, is this about blank? No, I'm not going to throw people under the bus, but
I just did.
You did, but I'm saying me.
Okay.
Me. But honestly, before it gets out there, it needs to be addressed. Some people volunteered to be a part of the show. I didn't ask, and I appreciated it. And I tried to, I'm like, hey, that's cool. But I'm very loud and clear about what I stand for this show. And the show is to speak your mind, and that's it. And it's
not a political show.
It's not a political show.
We're here to entertain. But if you friend me on Facebook, my private Facebook, and then start complaining about what you see there, go fuck yourself.
Oh, your
there
puppy's
you go.
So cute.
Don't
though.
curse him. The dog's in the room. Come on, the dog's in the room. Be careful.
Look at that baby.
And you know what? Look,
Sorry.
Miranda's turning it around over here. Look, happiness. But you know what? I
How
agree.
what?
I agree. You know what? Loud and clear. You know what? We didn't lose anybody. They chose to bow out with their little baby tantrums. And that's it. And that's it. And there is going to be some changes. And there is going to be some people gone. And sometimes you might not see Oive in the show. You might not see Corey in the show. You might not see Miranda. I'm bouncing the show, whoever's right for the show. But these are right here, these three characters, they're going to be my main part of the show. And I'm going to run the show the way I want to run it. So for the fans out there, thank you very much for your support and your love. And for the other fans that think they're going to tell me what time I should go and when I should do this, and you don't like it, well, you know what? There's a lot of YouTube shows out there, right? Go watch a rock change colors. Go watch that guy with a screwdriver up his ass. I don't care, because you know what? My show, you never know what's going to happen. It's a great show. It's a funny show. I'm not scripted. I'm raw. Why, hell, we got supermodels coming on our show tonight. Carrie Stephen, Playboy.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited to watch that.
But I got a problem, everybody. Oive sent a beautiful Christmas card out. Oive, can you send me a new one? My dog ate your face.
What the hell? Looks like I got hit with bird poop. What is it?
And that's it. And you know what? I'm going to give – look, we got Debbie Moeller here. She even goes, don't leave Oive, Stefan. No one runs your show. That's it. That's it. Nobody's going to tell me who I could put in. And I'll be honest, we have a family card, Christmas card going on for the Coffee Talk family. It's all – I want to get all my patrons on this card. I'm going to be loud and clear because you guys have been supportive and loving on the show. But Van Gogh over there, Xerox George, he's like telling me, here I go. Amber, get the phone away. I'm on a rant. I'm on a rant right now. Hold on. And for my guests backstage, I'm sorry, Kiefo and Zak. Hold on 1 second. Let me go crazy. Nobody's going to tell me who to F and put on my card because Corey, because you don't like his political views, I don't like half the thing Corey does. He's still going on the card. It's the F and holidays. So let me tell you something, Xerox George. Go, you know what? Go make your own show if you don't like it. And that's it. That is it. And for the trolls out there that want to make up stories, keep on watching. I'll take your thumbs down. I'll take your view counts. I don't care. That's it. I got enough subscribers to be monetized. I don't need nothing else, okay? And for everybody else out there, with your 150 followers plus, I watch your shows. I know what you're really thinking. I don't care because my show is better and I'm better. That's it. And nobody's going to tell me what to do. I'm throwing a tantrum. And if I lose 10, well, I'll gain 100. And when I become famous, don't come. I won't answer your calls. Remember that. I'm done.
And Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. 2020 sucked, but 2021, you lost ADIKA, you enemies. Goodbye. Miranda, how did I do?
I have nothing to say to that except for
Deep breath.
growth is important. It's
And Daddy
important to
Bod.
recognize your growth. It's
Look at
also
Daddy Bod.
important to wish well to the people that you release from your life. Because if
I'm
you
releasing
don't,
everybody. I see Daddy Bod. Keep politics out of it. Everybody else, do me a favor. If you
Yeah,
don't-
we all want to keep politics out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We totally do.
That's it. And you guys got enough of me. I give more than any YouTube vlogger out there of myself. It's true. And I give you guys back more. And when I'm off the air, just leave me alone.
are you ever off the air? You're always pretty.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm off the air, when I'm on the toilet, leave me alone. I need private time
We'll
sometimes.
go to
you
the
know?
toilet with Corey.
Yeah. Poor Kiefo saying he's going to fight with his brother. What the hell did you get me involved in over here?
He's like,
you know?
I'm out of here.
And like the haters out there, I know what you guys are doing. You try to go talk smack and this and that. That's it. 2020 sucks, Alice. You're right. But you know what? You know who made 2020 great? I'll tell you who.
Hi, Alice.
Stefan ADIKA made it great. That's right. Bill K over here. I love you, Bill. Bill K is over there. I can't afford $1 on your Patreon. I understand, Bill. Don't worry. I'll eat cat food just to entertain you. Thank you very much. Come on.
Cat
I
food.
think I want to be on here. I'm the
Not
poorest.
bad.
I'm the poorest Larry David you'll ever meet. I'm fucking receding. I fucking got no money. Why can't I be a rich bald Jew? I'm a broke bald Jew.
Oh, that's heads are falling off.
That's it. So much drama, Kelly. Well, that's what makes the show great. We're like a car accident. You're just going to pull over and stare at ADIKA.
I'm pretty sure the only thing that ever really goes off rails is you can't tell ADIKA what to do.
You can't tell me what to do.
I mean, I have suggestions, but you've never asked for them, so I'm not going to tell you them.
He doesn't take them
Not
well.
now.
Hurry up before you get sleep. Hey, Daddy Bod, go shut up and go shut your mind your business. You're still not going nowhere.
He's right though. We should get to that. We
Let's
should
get
to
over
that.
there. Let's go over there. Adika made it great. I love you guys. Laura G, Randy. You know what? Josette Green. Dr. Chris Roman yesterday in the chat. Come on. Xandra was there.
Yeah.
You know, Tracy Quinta. The show is canceling was even there. I don't even care. I don't even care, you know, if you guys, you know, Alexander, Stefan, you drank too much coffee today. Yeah, I did. I did drink too much coffee. I'm out of my mind.
It's time to hydrate.
It's
This
time
is your
to
daily
hydrate.
reminder. You
Adika
gotta
rules.
get some water.
I want everybody in there. Write Adika rules in the chat. Adika. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing them up right now. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get to the guests. I had to address a couple of things. So that's it. Now, people who are wondering why you won't see other people, well, it's because Adika says get lost. Everybody, here he is, my friend Zak Nilsson. Zak, welcome to the show.
Yay.
Sorry for so long. Welcome, my friend. Zak,
Thank you.
did I upset you, Zak?
Yeah, I'm upset because our writer clearly stated no green M&Ms. God damn it!
Yeah.
Zak, oh my
Proud,
God.
Zak.
What kind of show you're running here? But
Zak, I'm sorry.
You and
Zak,
Mariah Carey.
I took this
Clearly
show left
stated.
field. I took it left field, Zak, and I apologize. I didn't mean to, and I wanted to bring you up sooner, but everybody's trying to tell Adika what to do. And, you know, it's like your dad's song. Everybody's talking about Adika. Hey, everybody's talking about Adika.
Damn,
You know,
look at all the love for Zach in the chat.
you know, Zak is the lovable guy. And, Zak, I'm so effing happy that you're here because you and I didn't know each other, and you became like family part of this coffee. Zak, you're in the Christmas card. That's it. I put you there. So
Awesome.
big mazel to Zak. Hey, but give him a round of applause and all the love over here. Zak, let's bring your brother. I want the best person to introduce your brother is you. You know why? Because I know nothing about your brother.
He's got more of Harry's looks though than Zach does.
Yep.
No.
Kiefo
what I've
has
always
more.
said is that all of us, there's 7 of us total. All of us look like Harry at different stages in his life. I've always thought I looked more like Harry when he was older, and I think Kiefo looks like Harry when he was younger.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
personal opinion. I could be wrong about that, but I've always thought that.
Yeah, that's look at the people out here loving
Everybody.
over here. Yeah, you know, Chris Pace over here. You know, this is good. You know, all the love. You know what, Zak? I'll let you do the introduction for Kiefo.
All right. Well, he's my brother from another mother. Let's welcome him on the show. It's Kiefo Nilsson.
Kiefo, welcome to the show, my friend. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, is this still working? I was fiddling with some buttons over there. I don't know. I've got a
Your mic
setup,
sound-
and I just
Mike sounds good.
loud enough. Yeah, cool,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. You sound great, Kiefo. Sorry to scare you away with my tantrum over here, but you know. That's
Oh no, I had it muted. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. It's okay. You
As
know.
soon as you said we're gonna get into some housekeeping, I was like, well, so am I. So I started doing some other stuff.
That's
Smart
okay.
man.
That's okay.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good morning, guys.
Yeah, welcome. You know, Karen
Morning.
Ritter. Can you see the comments in there too, where people writing and all that stuff? Kiefo?
Yeah, I can, but I do
Okay.
obviously like my monitors here and my screen. This is my streaming setup. Usually, like if I'm
Yeah.
playing piano and stuff on the stream, this works for that. But it's a little different for a talk show. I almost feel like the camera should be here or something. But whatever, we're not gonna.
It's all good. You don't
We're not
look
gonna
at the
change
screen.
it.
Yeah, just look straight ahead at me. So right here. But so let me ask you, Kiefo, really quick. You got a studio there. I want to ask you, what mic are you using for the tech guys out there? that
Oh
are
yeah,
trying to
this
do
is
their
a
own show?
Sennheiser E945.
Wow.
So it's the hypercardioid one that has a really narrow pickup range,
Yeah.
and it's equivalent to the E935, which is a little regular cardioid, has a wider range, but this one's a little bit better for like main lead vocals or whatever.
Yeah, you sound good, man. It sounds really good. What bass you got behind you? You have an acoustic bass? What is that?
Oh yeah, this is well, I got a few of my basses here. Up there's a Martin, which I've had for a long time that I actually don't really play, and it's actually for sale if anyone's interested.
Are you really? Are you really? How much you got letting that go for?
About $1,000.
Really?
I'm not
with
sure
the
about
case?
$1,000.
With the case?
Yeah, with the case and everything. It's a great bass. I just don't use it anymore because I actually have an upright bass right over there. So it's like I got the redundancy. I got the stand-up
nice.
bass and the acoustic. And then
Wow.
my mainstay. This guy's kind of like the mainstay, the workman bass. This is a Sadowski. Sadowski, I guess I forget the model. Empire City model or something. Metro City, NYC.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Awesome.
And then this one I just picked up in the pandemic as almost like a little bit of an impulse buy.
Yeah.
Very, very left field for me. This is a 5-string fretless bass that's semi-hollow body. Very strange. It's made by Carvin. It's like a custom
Dude.
carving. So it's actually Kiesel, but Kiesel is the custom carving imprint.
Wow.
Are carvings
And it
still
is just-
are carvings still factory only? You can only get them straight from the factory.
I think so. I have no idea. I just found it on Craigslist, and I was just like, that's weird, and it was pretty cheap too for what it is. And
Wow.
I
That's
mean, it
pretty
sounds
cool.
really cool.
Kiefo, on Sunset Boulevard, is the carving shop still there across the street by Guitar Center?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I haven't been by there in quite some time, so I can't remember rightly. I honestly don't remember.
You got some nice stuff there. You're making me want to play again. You got
Well,
the
I haven't. I mean, the real bass, the showpiece bass is over there. It's in its case. I'm not going to bring that one out, but I do have one that's the main thing that I've had for 20 years. That's like, I guess almost 20 years, 15 years.
Very
the
cool.
Federa bass, which is like a custom built, one of a kind thing. But
Yeah.
that's not the one I leave around. I don't take that out.
Very cool. Mary Jane, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Much love, Zach and Keith.
Thanks, Mary Jane.
Yeah. So really quick, you guys, really quick. Do you have Zach? Well, Keith, I want to ask you quick. You have all this gear. Do you have anything from your dad's gear? Anything?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, just a second. I do.
Yeah.
Where I thought it was. Yeah, hang on. It's right back there. Hang on.
Oh, I want to see this. Okay, I'll put him back there. We'll bring him back in here a second. Let's go see what he got here. That's kind of cool to see stuff. Do you have, Zach? Do you have anything of your dad's music gear?
In terms of musical equipment, no.
No.
Actually, I'm trying to think if I have anything. I don't think I do.
No, huh?
No.
That's cool. That's history right there too. Look, let's keep it.
Yeah.
Look, what's he got here? Wow.
Here's a ukulele. And this is a ukulele that we found it in a closet. I found it in the closet, and it did belong to my dad.
Wow.
Don't know the whole story behind it. Only can infer some things, which is that it was purchased in Hawaii. It's a Kamaka ukulele, which is a very high.
That's George. George gave that to him.
Well, so that's the theory, but it's not confirmed. It's known that George was working with Kamaka around that time, and he was giving his friends ukuleles all day long. However,
Wow.
there was also a famous trip to Hawaii where he wrote a bunch of songs, and it's possible that while he was there, he just saw it, and he's like, oh, that's the ukulele George talks about. Let me pick it up. It's one of those, I'm sure. I don't know the provenance behind it, but I do know that it was in really bad shape when I found it.
Hold that up for everybody.
What was the year of that trip?
Would have been, I couldn't tell you, maybe like 1970, 1971.
Okay, so that was before George was there. He didn't get there till 77.
Yeah. Hang on, no. It was actually mid-70s because it was actually Don't Forget Me was one of the songs that was written, and that was later. So would have been maybe closer to the mid-70s. But anyway, the ukulele was all beat up. It was completely damaged and in bad shape. So I actually had a guitar shop up in San Francisco called SF Guitar Works. Don't know if they're still around, but I had them. A friend of mine was working there, so they made it a special project to restore it. So it's in nice and shiny, good condition now. You can't even tell, but like right here, there was a whole gouge taken out of the body, but you can't even tell. They found a piece of wood that matches it almost perfectly. And it's a great little ukulele. It's not in tune right now, but...
Oh, that's awesome,
it's not
man.
in tune, but it's cool. It's a nice little thing to have.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Piece of history, and it's cool to have that. Look at Corey. Now, don't and Kiefo, you welcome to the family. You know what? Corey always gets his facts wrong, so if he has anything wrong, just go.
No, but I'm good.
That was totally on point though, because that is like the two competing theories of where it came from.
Here's the thing.
Either that George Harrison gave it to him directly, because I know he was a huge ukulele fan. I know he worked with Kamaka ukuleles, or he talked about them all the time. My dad saw one and went out of his way to get one.
Was it Maui? Was it Hana in Maui that your father visited?
I would have to ask my mom, but
because here's the thing. Yeah. George spent half the year, because everybody who's rich and famous who lives in England spends half the year or almost half the year
in the southern hemisphere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So George moved there in 76, 77. When he got there, he realized Hana is a beautiful, beautiful place, but it's really kind of boring. So what
Look
he
at you.
did
You got
was,
Beatle face on right now. Okay,
well, yeah, I know all these facts because they prevent me from learning important things. They're stuck in my head.
Face.
So Mick Fleetwood lived there. Stevie Nicks was there all the time. Everybody went over to George's house to jam because George always welcomed other musicians because that's what he loved doing. Just loved jamming. So if Harry was there, George would have picked up on it.
Oh yeah,
And
I
would
mean,
have invited him over.
I think that there's a likelihood that there is the connection there, but I just don't know for sure. My mom doesn't know for sure. We can only guess. But it's something along those lines. I mean, he definitely was a proponent of the ukulele, George was, and he's known for giving them to his friends. Like he would buy them up and just give them to all his friends. So it's entirely possible, but I just don't know for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look, Corey. You woke up, Corey. You woke up. You look.
That's
at
where
Yeah.
George allegedly had an affair with Stevie Nicks, by the way.
Really? Look at Corey. Breaking news. Corey Levington. That's it.
Breaking 40-year-old news.
That's great. That's great.
Beatle facts.
You guys, you don't even know the news that Corey brings to this show. Also Corey reported when Tony Bennett passed away.
Yeah.
You remember that
was
one,
great.
Corey? That was really
I watched
good.
that one. I laughed my ass off.
Right? Poor Corey over there.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It's pretty bad. I'm like,
What do you-
no, he didn't. I would have heard about it.
Nilsson's, I want to ask the Nilssons a question. What do you think your father's greatest legacy is?
Oh, we can get to that in a second. I want to do a little more show and tell first, though.
Yeah,
Sure.
Corey,
So this is,
get him, Kiefo, get
This
him.
was a trumpet that was played and owned by Jim Price, who played with the Rolling Stones, was also a member of my dad's band in the
Wow.
mid 70s. And this also we had restored because we found it, in the closet and it was just in terrible shape. And I actually met up with Jim Price a couple of years ago and I said, well, we have this trumpet. It was yours. Do you want it back? And he's like, no, you can keep it, of course. But he couldn't quite remember how it got into our possession. But it's pretty cool. It's, vintage old Selmer. It's a good trumpet. It's actually not in playing condition right now, though. Even though we had it restored, something else went wrong with it. But yeah, that's just the other Harry kind of artifact, musical artifact that I have on hand.
Wow.
And I never get to show it to anyone. That's why I wanted to bring it out because it's just a neat thing.
Kiefo, before you put it away, I want to see the whole case and everything.
So that's what's cool about it too, because like the case, it's got 14, right? With he was on the head count. He was number 14 on the bus or whatever. So that was all his luggage had 14 on it. And then it's got Rolling Stones American Tour 1972 sticker there. It's got van, United Van Lines. So it's very much a working musician's case and
can
situation.
you hold the sticker maybe a little closer to the camera? Maybe we could see that sticker. That's so cool, dude. I'm sorry to geek out on this. Yeah, a little closer. Look how cool that looks. I can see that. Look, if you could get that. Yeah, wow, man, that is history. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, it is really cool. And again, he didn't really care to have it back. He doesn't really play anymore. He just thought it was. He basically said, "Well, I gave it to your dad for a reason, probably, so you can have it."
That's awesome, man. Dude.
And it doesn't work, so maybe that was the reason. I mean, maybe it was trash, and he was just like, "Here you go."
Hey, man, another man's trash, another man's treasures. That's excellent. Anything else you got, man?
Well, I mean, I got some cool stuff. Here, check this out.
Yeah, please take your time, Zach. Thank you for making this happen, Zach. You know what? This is great stuff to share. This stuff, Zach, you're the best, man.
Yeah, this is cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's really
That's
cool.
The,
there we
the
go.
point.
Yeah, the
The
point.
gold record for the point.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is from the
What do you
UK, I
mean
guess
frame?
it was. This is for selling in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
1976 is when the album in 1976, not the. So I guess it must have been an imprint out there in the UK.
Mhm.
But it's a really cool. I love the triangular frame and all that.
Me too. You don't see really the triangle frame much. Look how cool that is. It even speaks
Wow.
like 70s. Love it. Look at the orange label on that.
Yeah. The matting
Yeah,
too.
put that back.
Yeah. Look at us geek out on this stuff. I mean, Corey, I don't know about you, man, but it's
Yeah.
right.
The Rolling Stones, that trumpet was played on the Rolling Stones 72. That's when they were the best.
Right.
That's when they were untouchable. That's where they were Beatles level.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, really. I mean, that would have been really in their prime. And I think that tour was a big deal at the time. And it was a big deal that my dad was working with those guys at all. Like when they were not on the road, they were recording in LA with my dad and with Ringo Starr and just a whole crew of guys that would,
Wow.
track on all those things at the record plant, I guess.
The record plant, yeah, awesome. Yeah, we had some good record plant stories because we had Jack Douglas telling us some of his stories too. But I know you guys are running the website also for your dad, right? The official Harry Nilsson. Are you doing that?
Yeah. Well, me and my siblings, we do run like the Twitter and the Instagram at official Nilsson on both of those, the socials. But the Facebook page is actually run by Sony. They set that one up.
They did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have the log, and we have some input on that. Like we can contribute to that. But they're the one. They have like a social media manager who manages a bunch of accounts, and that's one of them. So
to keep the Harry's music alive, because it's just he's the best. I mean, really the greatest. And
we got the Gotta Get Up coffee mug.
Let's see that. Hold on. Let's hold that up there. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. And where can you get that? If anybody, my viewers, want to go pick up all that stuff?
Yeah, so we partnered with this company called Port Merch to do a little merch project just for this exact reason. And you can just search like Harry Nilsson merch, Port Merch. It doesn't have a snappy single web address to go to, unfortunately, but you can check out us, on the socials at official Nilsson, and that should point you in the right direction.
Yeah. Chris Page.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
portmerch.com/Nilsson. I think it's the actual. And if you don't want to remember that, just Google Port Merch, Nilsson Store, or official Nilsson Store.
It's a really small operation. It's just exactly for the fans, like, because we were basically looking at it and it's like, well, there's a lot of bootleg stuff out there, and that's kind of like not so cool. So let's try to do something that people can actually feel better about. So.
Plus, Annie designed a couple of those things, right?
Yeah, Annie actually, my sister Annie drew that caricature, that little thing, and designed the proportions and stuff. So, and a couple other things on the shop too. So
Your sister drew that?
Yeah. She's a pretty capable artist.
Hey, there we go. I think I got a new artist on the show. You guys, I'm calling Annie.
Well, yeah. I mean, she also has 2 kids now, so I don't think she has a whole lot of time to do that sort of stuff these days. But
I'll take one shadow image of ADIKA. That's nuts. Awesome, man.
You know what? It's funny, but before I knew who the Beatles were, before I even knew a single Beatles fan, I'm talking when I'm 4 years old, one of your dad's songs was my favorite song because it was the theme to Courtship of Eddie's Father. And I would sing it all the time. People let me tell you. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright, but yeah.
But you got no best friends. You got thrown in the sandbox from girls in your school.
It was a fantasy song for me. I wanted to have a best friend one day.
Did you sing that song after they put you in the sandbox?
They put me in the sandbox.
Yeah, Kiefo doesn't know what he's getting into right here. Zach knows. Zach knows us already.
Yeah,
Zach,
let me tell you about my sandbox.
Yeah.
But I was also watching the Monkees, and he also wrote a bunch of those songs too.
Cuddly Toy, yeah.
Cuddly Toy, Daddy Song.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
There's a whole collection of like demos out there somewhere of the Monkees stuff where it's just him at a piano in the studio just tracking some stuff that was going to be presented to the Monkees, and it's pretty cool stuff. There's some good songs there. We posted one on the socials recently called a song called Waiting that is a really nice song that never really got properly tracked, but it's just a really nice demo. It's got some nice lyrics Counting, not Waiting, sorry, Counting.
Oh,
so you can check that
maybe
out.
Sony should do something about that.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff's pretty bare bones. I don't know that there's a whole lot of material there. It'd be more the sort of stuff that if you did something with it, I think it would be like, building a new track around it type of thing. But I don't know. It's just kind of a cool thing that's out there.
Well, who better to do it than his sons,
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. So you got any like tapes, cassettes or anything like Harry, I'm going to record this. Now everybody's using their iPhones in these days. Like I saw a thing with McCartney, he like grabs his iPhones and it fills up memories. Any tapes written or handwritten?
Yeah, there's tons of tapes. We got hundreds of tapes just all over the place.
Anything with John on it?
Nothing like that though. It's a lot of it's stuff. A lot of it would have been like the daily mixes from the studio, stuff that was bounced down like from the end of that session, the end of that week maybe, or different arrangements of the same thing. A lot of stuff like that. A few things from home studio. Like he didn't really make music at the home that much. He didn't really have the home studio. I mean, he did and didn't. Like he would have a couple of things. He'd have a keyboard or whatever, but he was really the guy who liked to go into the studio with professionals and work with them because that was just that way he could offload the things that he wasn't good at to the people that were good at it, and then he would only focus on the things that he was really good at, and it's just like that's a really good method for him. So because of that, when it comes to like rarities of that nature, not so much. It's a lot of just kind of stuff that's already been out, I guess. Because you got to remember there was this RCA box set that was released a few years ago, and a lot of that, there's one of the discs on that box set is rarities, and a lot of the best stuff, like we had an archivist come and look through a lot of the tapes, and just like they found the stuff that they wanted and they thought was really good, and they put it out there. So there's not really any hidden gems left per se, at least not to my understanding. But there are a lot of tapes. I haven't listened to all of them. I mean, I listened to a lot of them, but I haven't listened. Maybe there's something, but I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're a musician yourself. You're pretty much a photographer. You got a I watch you, looked at your site, and everybody out there watching, please, like in the hyper, well, I call hyper. I'm in the links I put there. We got Harry's site, we have Zak's site, this Kief's site. But you're doing music yourself. Are you doing any of your dad's stuff and covering anything like that?
Yeah, a few years back, like 2014, so many years back, as time happens to go. I did actually track almost a full album's worth of my dad's material, and that came about because I was working with Glenn Campbell's son, Cal, and he had a studio out really close to where I live, and we were just hanging out all the time, working the studio, and we were just teasing around with that idea, and it was like, yeah, this just feels like a really good project to sink our teeth into, and so tracked a whole bunch of songs there, kind of like some of my personal favorites. Nilsson Sings Nilsson was the sort of title of it. But then I kind of just did it and moved on. Like I didn't really have a whole lot to do with it beyond that. I just it kind of scratched the itch that I was looking for. But it's out there. I put it on Bandcamp. You can check it out there. You know, it's not really like, it's really just kind of a personal project made public, I guess.
Yeah.
But then besides that, though, I have been putting together live performances of The Point. And that's something Zak can speak to as well, because I've had Zak come in and narrate it a couple of times and play drums on some of the tracks as well. And that's another project Nilsson related that we've tried to do, make these live shows happen, which of course this year has been nothing going on that front, but you know, previously we've done a handful of them and they've all been pretty good, you know, not too huge, not too small, just nice solid good shows.
Yeah, Zak, tell me a little bit about the project when you were doing that one on The Point.
The Point projects, it was Keith's project. He did everything, put everything together, and the way he presented it to me initially was that he wanted to do The Point as a show, so it would involve all the music from The Point, all the songs, and he and the band would sing and play the songs, and then there would be someone to narrate the bits that were narrated from the movie. So it would be almost the whole movie, except it was just the songs and the narration, basically. And then he asked me to do the narration for the first couple shows, and we did the shows, and it was great. And we switched out narrators a couple times, and he took the shows to different places, and it got like gradually bigger and bigger. And the last show that I saw was amazing. It was at a theater in LA, and
Dynasty Typewriter.
Yeah, Dynasty Typewriter. Couldn't remember the name of that. And it was a friggin' great show. I got to sit on stage behind the curtain and just check it all out. I got to swap in on drums for a song or two at the end, which was amazing because he had Cal on drums, and Cal Campbell is a world-class drummer, and he's excellent. And he was Glenn's drummer for that last tour as well.
Wow.
And
That's cool.
And he's a super cool guy, and it was just, everything about it was great. I just loved everything about it. I loved how Kiefo is taking the music of Nilsson and just keeping it alive in a live format like that, especially because, as we all know, Nilsson didn't tour. So if you wanted to see Nilsson live, you couldn't. So it was kind of an opportunity to see Nilsson live in a sense. And plus with all the theater of the narration and the slideshow going on in the background and the story being told with the music. And it was just, I just love that. And I hope Kiefo can continue to do that in the future also.
Yeah. You guys, you know what? Kiefo and Zak, you guys are doing a wonderful keeping the music alive and the memories, and it's great. I mean, yeah, it's for me, for Corey and I personally, when you're talking about best friend, I make fun, but I used to sing the songs when I was a kid too. You know, I didn't play with a lot of kids in the street. It's a part of my life. It's a part of our growing up, and these stories are great. They live on. You talk about Glenn Campbell's kids too. What a band Glenn had with his children. They're still talented, man. I always know somebody knows somebody. I knew somebody that was playing in the band.
Well, yeah, I was on bass.
So did you know Todd Youth?
Well, no, I joined in the final tour. So there was iterations of the band throughout the 90s and throughout the 80s, and of course throughout his whole career. But as I recall, through the 90s, there was a period of time when he was not really doing a whole lot of live shows. He would do like little things here and there, and that was kind of, it wasn't the same member every single time. It was, I think they changed it up a little bit. But then they did this final tour between 2011, 2013, and that was a big deal. That was, doing shows all the time. And there was a bass player named Sigve, and he was there for the first half, and then I was there for the second half, and that was with Ashley and Cal and Shannon, 3 of his kids, as well as TJ, who's been his longtime musical guy. And yeah, so I was part of that part, but I didn't really know too many of the guys from before. I met the previous bass player from like the 80s, I think. But I met a couple of them, backstage maybe if we were in their town. But other than that, I didn't really know them.
I mean, that's incredible. So you played with Glenn. What a band, and what songs, and how talented Glenn was. I had the opportunity to actually meet Glenn Campbell and at a Alice Cooper Christmas pudding thing where he actually jammed with the band, and I remember him coming up, and he was bigger than life. It was just like, wow, it's Glenn Campbell. And I was like all nervous, and there he is. I mean, what can you say? He was with his wife, and he was a complete gentleman, and it was like, wow. And the stories, and you got to physically be in that band. That's great, man. What great music.
It was, I mean, feather in my cap. I mean, highlight of my career practically. I mean, it was a pro tour, and it was really great music, and it was a lot of shows, and it was it was really cool. And just, being around someone of that stature. Yeah. Of course, the other side of that story is that he did have Alzheimer's. Yeah. During that final tour. And so a big part of it was more than just doing the music. It was also, keeping Glenn happy, keeping him comfortable, and making things work and operate in a smooth way that was, good for him. And we were always very aware of that. And, sometimes shows had to be canceled if he couldn't do them, and we just have to, take a step back sometimes. But yeah, it was still really, really, really cool. Really good
very
stuff.
Cool. And that's part of history, man. And hands down. And his kids, you know what? I don't know them, but let me tell you, a big bravo to them. What they did. They did a fantastic job driving that band, keeping the music excellent. Excellent.
You mentioned Alice, and it wasn't just John Lennon that Harry hung out with in 1974. Alice and Mickey Dolenz and a bunch of other guys were in the Hollywood Vampires before it was a band with Johnny Depp. It started as a softball league. Am I getting my facts wrong? And then it became
get him, Kiefo, get him.
A private
I got to change the battery out. My camera. That's the truth. No, I got to go change the battery on the camera real quick. Yeah,
go change it. Look at Corey. Look, Corey. Corey. Keith. Look at Zach. What are we doing?
Battery's tired.
Look what Corey did. He chased away your brother, Zach. What's wrong with this guy? Zach, can you get him?
Perfect timing.
Zach, can you just look at Corey for a second? Turn your head and go, Corey, what's wrong with you? Just for once.
Man, what the hell?
Get him, Zach. Get him.
There's enough real drama. We don't have to do fake drama.
Look at this. Look what you did. Look, no memory card.
That's funny.
That's the best thing. Zach, what the hell's with Corey? What do we do with
this?
So
I don't know if I want to play it without Kiefo here, but I have this recording. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I'm gonna try. It's Catherine Turman sent it to me. She's a buddy of mine from when I was at Circus. She was at Rip Magazine, which I always thought was cooler than Circus. Anyway, she's been working for Alice Cooper for the past 20 years. And around 2013, she had invited a psychic to talk to Alice and give him a reading. And so the psychic had something really interesting to say, and Catherine gave me the audio. I'm going to try and hear it.
So this is the actual audio, Corey, that you're going to be playing.
2013. Kiefo, this is Alice Cooper on his radio show being visited by a psychic, and what the psychic said to him in 2013.
Oh, that's great. He was a great guy. He couldn't do a sermon without telling 12 jokes.
Yeah, I feel like definitely a religious energy, but he's very practical about it.
Yeah, good. He was a great guy. He was very cool. So where
how about Harry
Nilsson?
Who's that?
Harry Nilsson was he was one of the big drinkers. He was John Lennon. John Lennon's best buddy.
Yeah, he's there. Did you know him?
Oh, Harry was like the president of the club.
Oh yeah, because he's I don't know if he was a little bit later than them in his passing, but
Yeah, he was.
Kind of wants to say he's a lot of times they retain their personality. Like I feel like this whole group they still interact over there as spirits, and they're in a different existence over there. Out of all those people that you named, I kind of see them all around you, but yeah, but yeah, they're just they still interact over there. Yeah.
Do they still drink?
Yeah, well, I think only Keith.
I can't imagine them without alcohol in them. That's the.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I believe that what it is over there is that there's a it's a state of mind really more, so they can sort of. It's also that they can get the sort of the joy that they got from or whatever they derive from doing that without the they have a sort of that they can have that state without that.
I tell you what, these guys all were great musicians, and they lived for their music. They really did. They were all great. They spent their whole life doing music, and actually music that still works today for 15-year-old kids are still listening to Jimi Hendrix and the Doors and the Who, and it's a music that just won't die.
Right. Yeah, I feel that they're still making music over there. I mean,
All right. I mean, you could believe or you could not. I don't know. I have my doubts. I mean, the guy knew he was coming on to see Alice Cooper, so maybe he just went on Wikipedia and found out about it. But maybe he didn't. Who knows?
Yeah. Good job, Corey. Now fix your mic and come back to reality. Okay.
Interesting. It's still interesting.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Corey Levitt.
That's a good on your feet way to present something when you have a headset to just jam it in the earpiece.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for realizing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah, I think Corey, that was really good. It was very.
Thank you.
It's almost like a real show, and then I had that photo
Actually
pulled
relevant.
up there of Alice.
I feel like the Beatles working with a 4-track at EMI in 1963.
That's pretty good. So
my camera might die again. I couldn't find the adapter to plug it in, so I have to be on batteries. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's actually it's pretty cool to hear Alice talk. Since we can't get him on the show, it's really cool to hear him talk about Harry and that whole thing. Who knows if it's? I don't know. I mean, it's a mystery. Another
a guy
mystery. Another coffee talk mystery. Daddy Bog. Everyone loves Corey. I can think of someone who doesn't, but you did good, man. Really good. So check it out now, you guys. Right now, Kiefo. If people want to find good music from you, we could go. What's the site where they could hear what you're putting out there? Are you constantly putting out new music?
I am not constantly putting out new music. I don't really do a whole lot of that. I'm more of a performer and a player. I'm a bass player. I'm a guy who plays with other bands and stuff. A little bit more than putting out my own stuff. Mm-hmm. I do play in a band called Brother Sister, and you can find us at brothersisterrocks.com. Let me double check if that's our link. I think it is.
That's right. Zach, is that correct? Is your brother? Huh? Do we have to take care of him and Corey?
So Brother Sister's not actually my family. It's just the name of the band.
Right. It's a good band.
It's a good band, and we've been putting out some live videos during quarantine where we just record our parts from home, and I would highly recommend those. I think they're great. It's really, really fun music. I've been playing with them for about 2 years now, and it's good stuff. So that's something you can check me out playing bass for them. I don't write the songs. My friend Bobby Halverson writes them. He also helped arrange some of the points. He's a fantastic arranger, worked with Van Dyke Parks and stuff. And so Brother Sister is kind of like one of the high priority items for me musically. Other than that, I've posted some stuff on YouTube now and again, and I do some live streams on Facebook and Instagram with piano and stuff, but I'm not actually putting out a whole bunch of music.
Yeah, no, I get it. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Kiefo Nilsson Music.
Okay, we'll put the link in there, and he'll lead it all there. Everyone loves Corey. Corey, come on. Let's see you get some good questions over here. We got the boys here. Zach, Nilsson, Kiefo. Anybody in the audience has anything to ask?
I mean, I'm just kind of really honored. I mean, Zach has got some. I'm not going to share his news, but it's not good news. And he's choosing to spend this time, which is very limited now, with us. I mean, he wants to hang out with us. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you, Zach?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe my philosophy's screwed up, but I figure as long as I'm feeling well enough to do it, but you got to have fun. Maybe that sounds stupid considering what's going on right now, but
No, man,
it's
not at
not
all.
stupid.
to some degree,
Not
at
at
least for
all.
me, you have to smile a little bit and laugh and interact with people, especially interacting with people, especially right now because of the quarantine. But I mean, generally, someone in my position, like what I'm going through, interacting with people really helps. It's a good thing. And
Well, we love you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
it's great, Zach. I'll be honest with you. If you had the time, I'd make you my co-host all the time because it looks better without him here. It looks way better without us, and that's the truth. I mean, it's way better. I'm sorry, Corey.
And I've
Now
never
you're
called you any names, so I mean, I could
No.
keep you around too. It'd be great.
Yeah, it's good. Look at poor Corey over here. Why are you next to me now on the screen? I don't want this. I like having Zach next to me. It's like you just Corey just chases away my fans and people that work for us. Zach, see, everybody loves Corey. You Kiefo, you ever had a friend like Corey that got thrown in a sandbox?
That's see, you're conflagrating two stories. I got beaten up in the sandbox by
Tell
Debbie
Kiefo,
Lee.
let him get to know you. Hold on, tell him.
I got thrown in the dumpster behind sixth grade behind the cafeteria in sixth grade. That was by John Borman, and Debbie Lee beat me up in the sandbox outside fifth grade. Those are two stories you got mixed up.
Debbie Smith.
I'm gonna go with they came from the same Genesis, and that was just you being you.
That probably has some
There's a common thread.
accuracy to that.
I want to talk. I wish we could get the people that put you in the sandbox on the phone or interview them.
Well,
I'm
he
so
still knows
curious.
their names. You can find them on
Social
Facebook.
media exists. Yeah, get this. Make it happen.
I don't remember anyone from fifth grade. I'm like, what? You remember?
I'll
people
reach
from fifth
out.
Well, maybe. Do you sing, Kiefo? Do you sing a little bit?
grade? I mean, yeah, it's a thing I do sometimes. Yeah.
You do? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all the Nilsson stuff. He's singing on all that.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah,
all
the point show. I'm singing live vocals on the point show. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So you think? I don't know if you would. How cool would it be to get Kiefo to sing "Best Friend" to the person that threw you in the dumpster or wherever sandbox? How cool and to bring them on this show. How cool would that be? Huh? Remember me? I was a little Leventon, and you just threw me in a dumpster. That's hard for a kid to pick you up. And
that was hard.
I
I wasn't
bet
fat
you
then.
weren't. I bet you weren't a big sixth grader, were you?
No, I
rude.
said I looked more like look more like a fetus with hair.
Yeah, but Zach, am I wrong? Just to picture that physically, to pick up somebody up in a dumpster and throw you in there. Zach, could you? I couldn't do that. That's like a little fifth grader, like just pick up Leventon and poor kid.
I can't say that I ever tried that when I was.
No, poor, I feel bad now, Corey. How can everybody out there watching the show? I started the show rough this morning. Give the poor guy. No wonder he has the beliefs he does. He was dumpster Corey. We love you, Corey.
Yeah. Separate things.
Look at this. Look at Kiefo saying from Glenn Campbell. Look at this to Corey Leventon. What happened over here? Oh man, you know what? You guys are so great to be here and hang out really quick. I know there's a lot of things that you guys probably rather do than to sit here and look at Corey and us and be bored. But you know what? We love you, Zach. You're the best, man. And tonight we're gonna have really quick on the show author for the book Unrated. Carrie Stevens. It's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you don't know about Carrie, 1997 Playboy model. She has a bunch of rock and roll stories, what she's doing now. And, we'll have the fans talking to her. That's a chewed up Oy Vey's face right there.
That's a handsome son of a bitch right there.
Tonight should be a fun show. I mean, Zach, if you're around, you're more than welcome to join us too, my friend. I know you're married. I don't want to cause a divorce there. Don't worry about her. She's just, Playboy model. What are you doing tonight, Zach? Your wife is asking on the internet. Oh, I'm on the line with Steph and talking to a Playboy model. My wife's not home, so I'll have a fun time. What's that, Zach?
Pretty standard Wednesday.
Yeah, just a normal Wednesday. Yeah. We'll put our pajamas on and, Corey over there. What are you going to do tonight, Corey?
I'm going to watch some TV with my fam.
Yeah, why don't you watch Coffee Talk late night? No wonder. This is why. I want to thank Kiefo for being here today and Kiefo, again, where can people follow you? And
He's gone.
Oh,
no,
I'm
he's
still,
right here.
I'm
Right
still
there.
here.
He's right there. Right there. Where could they follow you, Kiefo?
Yeah, just at Kiefo Nilsson, my full name, and everyone misspells it Kei, but I have that one too. So if you misspell it, you'll find me eventually. I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Just Kiefo Nilsson everywhere. Full name.
Smart.
No spaces.
We got some comments here from the
Well, who
audience.
are you named after?
My name comes from the Irish O'Keefe, of which was my mom's maiden name.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. There was apparently some tradition. I don't know this tradition exactly, but apparently there is a tradition, a naming tradition, where you name one of your children based off of either the maiden name or like the middle name of one of the parents. But you actually like there was a methodology to it, but I don't remember exactly the story there.
The
Yeah,
names
if you
are
guys
great.
remember, Kifo's mom, Una, is fully Irish. She came over from Ireland
Yeah.
when she was a late teenager, I think 17.
Yeah.
So Kifo is actually at least half Irish, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Irish, huh? That means don't mess with. See, Kiefo would have been a good best friend for you in elementary school because the Irish, they know how to fight, and you could have been protected over there, Corey.
I also know how to pick people up and throw them into dumpsters. So I don't know.
Kiefo, see, you needed a brother like Kiefo over there, Corey. What happened?
I didn't have one.
Your dad didn't want to do it, huh? You didn't have one. That's great. You guys know the band Living Color?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Corey's dad was. We had Corey Glover on the show, the singer for Living Color, and Corey's dad was actually Corey's was the principal.
In middle school, and he introduced us, and we spent the day together when we were both 11 years old. He introduced me to the other Corey in his life that gives him so much hell.
Which they bonded, and then we actually brought Corey on the show to meet the other Corey. Two Corys. It was crazy, and it was.
Well, what happened was I did it for Circus. I did a cover story on Living Color because they were the biggest thing in '89, and my father, who got a free subscription, gets it in the mail and goes, "Wait a minute!" And he calls me. He goes, "That's Corey Glover." I said, "Yeah, Dad. Since when do you know modern music?" He goes, "No, idiot. That's Corey Glover. He went to my school. I introduced you to. You spent the day together." And I'm like, "What?" And then I remembered all of it. It was wild.
Yeah, it's pretty good. No, it was a fun story. It was a fun story, and Ashley Alexander just says, "I like Corey Glover better." Of course,
Me too.
And, I got to say something. If anybody, before we go, we're going to sign off here really quick. But anybody want to say anything to Zach, the Kiefo, or the beautiful Miranda, or if you're looking for a good Kiss auction, you have any tips you can give out to people out there? You like Kiefo? You like Kiss?
I know a guy.
Band Kiss?
Yeah, the band Kiss. Rock and roll.
I have never listened to the band Kiss. I don't know a single Kiss song.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, other than the ones that went around the world. I don't have any
really
knowledge of Kiss.
Real interesting. Look at this. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah.
You think he upset Oive?
Probably not.
Oh no! You think I have a show right now? I need drama. I'm looking for some drama. I'm trying to. Are you upset, Oive? No Kiss? Look,
No, just don't have an opinion one way
upset.
or the other. They're just a band that I've heard of.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
don't worry. I'm just trying to start trouble with him. Look, this guy's not into Kiss.
I don't like Kiss at all.
Nobody can tell what you got there. I don't want to upset the fans that love you, but it's still blurry. But anyway, it looks like you have something behind you. But check it out in there. Everybody's giving a lot of love to Zach right here, and everybody's their thoughts and prayers. And there's something that Zach, you shared on the show, and it was that letter from Paul McCartney, sending off to you, and that was a beautiful thing for Sir McCartney to write to you. I actually pulled it up over here to share it with the audience, but
very cool.
People who don't know the story on that letter, before we get out of here, we give a little recap on that one. Can you share that with us a little, Zach?
Yeah. A friend of a friend contacted Paul and let him know what I was going through. I didn't know about any of this happening, and I'm diagnosed with cancer and going through chemotherapy and everything. And Paul sent me a letter. It's typed, but it's from Paul, just saying essentially that he understood what I was going through. One of his previous wives had gone through it. Yeah, there it is. And just sending me some encouragement, which I thought was really nice, because I haven't actually met Paul in person, but he knows of me, I guess. And I just thought that was really nice of him.
Yeah, very sweet, man. Very sweet of him and very cool. And man, you touch a lot of hearts here in the Coffee Talk family. So everybody here, thoughts and prayers go with you, my friend. And it's thank you for introducing Kiefo to the show as well and bringing you on here. And Kiefo, any music you have, my friend, you want to just share with our audience, feel free to come on here. Let's talk about it.
Or no, just in general.
Just in general. But you know what, dude? You know what? If it's not copyrighted, it's an original. I don't think I get a copyright strike. But like I had Bumblefoot, this guitar player. He did the theme for Laverne and Shirley, and they don't copyright strike, but they'll mute you.
Yeah, they got that. YouTube has that algorithm. It's really very sophisticated. If you're in that system, yeah, it definitely finds it.
It's the oddest thing. But if you have like a nice song or something you want to play that you don't think it'll do it, if you're into it, I'm into going off on it with a song from you. I would love to, man.
Yeah, I mean, let me see if I can get this.
I'll put you back there, get your stuff together, give me a thumbs up. I'll bring you back up here really quick. Alrighty. Hey Zach, man, I gotta tell you from the bottom of my heart, I'm so glad that me and you became friends on this show. And you know what? There should be more Zachs in this world. You're a beautiful person, a great human being, and I think everybody in the audience will agree with me right there. So much love to you, my friend.
Absolutely.
And
thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Look, happy holidays from Debbie. We got Alice saying, Zach, thank you guys for giving all the love over there. Denise Kennedy, the champ of vinyl right now. Thank you, Zach and Kiefo, for sharing with us today. Love you guys.
Thanks everybody. I can see the comments. I see all of you saying all that stuff. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a good thing, you guys. And Denise Kennedy is not the champ. She actually lost Zach, but she's always going to be a champ in my eyes.
She was a champ.
She was the champ, but then she got taken down.
She'll always be a champ. But I do think that it's important to, especially right now. I mean, it's the holidays, first of all. Also, we're like 10 months into a global pandemic. So anytime you get to spend with people that you like and that make you smile or make you think, or maybe both, I think that's a wonderful, wonderful gift. And I'm grateful to have gotten to spend a morning with Zach because my husband got to. So it was my turn to spend, an actual show listening to you guys talk. And it's nice to meet Kiefo. So thank you for those gifts. It's kind of special just to get to be in this time. What a weird and wonderful thing. So.
Yeah,
it is for sure. Thanks.
Yeah, very well said.
That's right, Zach. You got to meet Dr. G, and now you got Mrs. G over here, and it's great. Josette Green, look at all this great stuff over here. I love popping up. Thank you for guys all the positive. Look at this. Your words mean a lot, and thank you very much for sharing this over here, Lisa
Glad
Keene.
you guys
Hello,
are
family.
here.
Look at the love over here on this channel. You guys are great out there in Coffee Talk family. And let me tell you, as crazy as I get, people, I'm good crazy. My heart's in the right place. Sometimes my mouth is not, but my heart's in the right place.
What'd you say? Your mouth's not in the right place?
My heart's in the right place. My mouth sometimes goes a little off field, but I'm actually not a bad person. Look at
you're not, dude. You're not.
Look at all this good stuff here.
I think you're a bad person.
A heart yesterday.
What's that? I called him honey. Oh my God! Did you get? Oh, I go. What's that, honey?
No, I said Stefan actually showed. Thanks, Stefan.
What's that all about?
No, you're a good dude, man. A lot of people misread you, but and I'm gonna blow your cover. Off the air, a lot of times we talk, and he's got a good heart, and he doesn't like it when people are upset. I'll tell you that firsthand.
No,
I know that.
That's right. We got Brian over here. I don't know if you mentioned before what was the story about the lost weekend in Hollywood.
Well, that's a big story.
That's a big story, huh? That's a big one. Zach, can you while Keith is getting it together over there? He's almost ready.
Yeah,
we could talk a little bit about
it. Will take too long. Let me sum up.
We'll do another show on that, I think.
Bunch of drunk guys getting together, getting drunk, and that's basically the whole story.
That's the whole story. And I guess Zach, would you say this is pretty much the story right here?
That's largely the story right there. Add in Keith Moon and a few other random people, and just going out on the strip every night, and that's pretty much it.
That was it. It looks like Mickey was the first one. He was going to go down first. I don't know if he could keep up. Look at Mickey in that picture, right?
Yeah.
Here's a great picture, Zach, of you and your dad right there. That's a really cool picture of you and Harry.
That was, I believe that was 1993.
Wow.
That explains the hair.
Yeah, you guys look a lot like each other. Here's a beautiful picture right here of you guys. I had that haircut.
Looks like you, Stefan.
Yeah. It does. We look like each other. You know, we look like also the son of from the TV show Alice. Remember the TV show Alice? Her son.
Oh yeah,
Philip something.
Yeah. We all
Philip
had the same
McKeon.
hair. That was the haircut, right? What year was that, Zach? This
That
picture?
was what do I look like right there? 5 or something?
No, I would
Maybe
say
7, 8.
7? Yeah. So that was probably late 70s.
Yeah.
Philip
78.
McKeon, that's his name.
Philip McKeon. You got it. You got it. Congratulations, Oive. Let's bring Kiefo up here, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Kiefo Nilsson, right here. How you doing?
I'm
guys?
just here, but I figured I was just going to play one of the brother sister songs if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
YouTube won't strike that, I don't think. But I don't know because you got the whole StreamYard thing, and maybe if I just put the link in the chat, I don't know if you can just play that video even if you want to do it that way, or if I could just play the music.
You know what? Let's see what it sounds like really quick. Let me see if I can try to get that in the chat. Hold on one.
They're not going to strike you right away.
No, hold on. You know what? I got an idea. Copy link address. Watch this, everybody. This is real TV. Corey, talk to the brothers right here. Come on, take over. Let's see
Talk
how
to
you.
the nice people.
Yeah, come on. What's going on? I'm doing this. I'm making this
Ask
happen.
Hi,
questions
brothers.
that may be irrelevant.
You know, hold on, you guys. I'm going to make this happen right here.
Okay, so the question that I asked you before, which we never really got around to, was what do you think the biggest legacy of your dad was?
Biggest legacy. I guess it depends on your point of view, right? For Harry, I think it was his kids. For everyone else, I'm not sure. Probably it was the 2 big hits that he did right? It was Without You and Everybody's Talking at Me.
Yeah, I think that that's probably pretty accurate. For musicians generally, I would say that there are a lot of musicians I've met out there who have a certain affinity toward Nilsson because he was a little bit under the radar maybe, and when they find him, they feel like, wow, it's like unearthing. It's it's just a real thrill to find him and discover him and his book of work. And there's a real authenticity to it all. He always did what he wanted to do musically, and he always pursued things that interested him, and you can't really fake that. So to have a really big career and a lot of work, a lot of albums, a lot of songs, musicians really gravitate towards that. So I think he we say like he was a musician's musician in a way, and I think that is a big part of his legacy because there's so many people that just are out there who are trying to do music themselves who feel like he's a bit of a guiding light in that respect because they're like, wow,
sort of like a Nick Drake kind of.
Yeah,
character.
like that. Yeah, like one of those guys who's like not necessarily a household name, not necessarily a super duper big star, but very cool nonetheless because he was doing his own thing and he was doing it in his own way.
Yeah, well said, man. Well, here it is. Let's see if I got this up right here. We'll play this. We'll sign off, and everybody out there, thank you for being with us. And Kiefo, Zach, thank you very much, man, for being here. And let's check them out.
Yeah, so this is my band Brother Sister. The song is called Everybody Wants Some Poison. And I made this video. I edited the video.
Cool.
What's this I'm seeing? The news is telling me alright. How long have we all been buying? Oh yeah. We're all just takers, ingesting toxins through our eyes. But everybody wants some poison. Oh yeah.
I'm on the edge of the world, but I just won't let it go. Won't let it go. I'm on the edge of the world,
starting my story in reverse. Keep your shit, I'll do it my way. Oh yeah. We're all just fakers, made to believe in lethal lies. Everybody wants some poison. Oh yeah.
On the edge of the world, but I just won't let it go. Won't let it go. On the edge of the world.
That's killer, man.
Yeah.
I really dig that.
Yeah, thanks for playing it. It definitely wasn't, fully impactful on the stream. So I do encourage everyone to check it out if you can, brother, sister. Check it out on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. That music is just so much fun. Bobby writes and arranges it all, and we just play it, and it's good stuff.
He's a great songwriter. A lot of brother sister stuff is complex like that, and it sounds really good musically.
Yeah, he's one of those music brains. He's got like a doctorate level composition degree, so he's definitely a
great vocalist,
high facilities guy.
Yeah, very good. I was about to sign off, but I have a fan of your dad's that wants to come on here, a friend of mine, and I forgot to turn this off on Facebook. So for people out there, just bear with us. I was going to end the show, but ADIKA says, what the heck? So I just sent him a link. He wants to sign on and say hi to you guys. So he's going to pop on here really quick. Probably somebody that threw Corey in a trash can. You might be surprised. A big thumbs up. Let me go to the comments here while we wait for him to come on here. I think I sent
that was good, man.
Yeah, really good, man. You know what? The bass sounded really cool. And that's the actual bass that that bass is that's a live track right there, right?
Everything was tracked live, so it's pretty cool. I mean, some stuff with a little bit of editing and post, but a lot of it was just we performed it, we made our videos, and we sent them. Well, they all sent them to me, and then I stitched them all together while Bobby mixed it, the audio.
Yeah, excellent.
So, yeah.
Oh, he never got the link. The guy's telling me. Come on, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. Corey, let me send this guy a link, because if I don't get all right, hold on, Corey, help out.
Is this good?
And you're on
from the bottom corner. Yeah, go for it.
I'm the host when Stefan has an errand to run. So Zach, do you have any idea? Forgive me if this is way too personal, but do you have any idea how much time you have left?
Not really. It's we've been sort of trying to guess, but there's no. It seems really weird to talk about it like that. There's no way to tell, because what I've done is gone off of treatment, so I'm not doing chemo anymore. So now the cancer is going to start growing, and we just have no idea what path that's going to take, because it'll just do whatever it feels like doing, and then it'll probably spread to some organs and just keep going until it affects something that we can't back out of. So, don't really know. Maybe somewhere around 1 to 2 months is probably accurate, but I really don't know.
Kiefo, how's the family dealing with it?
Well, we did get a chance to go see Zach. Me and my sister went down there the other day, so that was really nice. And it's just, it's not easy, but I don't know what you really want me to say. It's kind of personal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just hope you guys enjoy as much time as you can, as much joy as you can find. That's it's not it's obviously not a pleasant place to be in, but it's also, again, every day is a gift, and everybody listening should know that, because nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, but it's a beautiful thing that you get to spend time how you want it, and I'm really honored too that you want to hang out with us. Both you guys want to hang out with us. That's really sweet. I hope you have fun.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay, Corey. Alrighty, you could go. All right, get out of here for a second. There you go. Alrighty, hold on. Okay, are you ready, guest from backstage? I'm bringing you in. Fix your wig. Get your life together.
Fix your
Rackman.
wig.
There's my friend Ricky Rackman. Where is he?
There's his ceiling.
Hey.
Yeah.
Browser now. It's going to be on the browser, so it'll be better, okay?
All right, Ricky. Should I remove you and you'll kind of come back in?
Yes. I am
Okay,
right.
okay. Ricky Rackman. All right, you're coming back. Okay. That's my friend Ricky Rackman. If you guys don't know Ricky used to have a club, the Cat House. He's also MTV, the VJ. So
Say I recognize him. Why do I know who he is?
Ricky Rackman. Ricky, welcome to happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas, Ricky.
Is it? Oh my gosh, it is work. Oh, I shouldn't have done it in my office with just remodeling. Hey, it is Hanukkah, isn't it?
Well,
I think Hanukkah's over.
Hanukkah's over, but we got a big mazel, Ricky. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Stefan. I just got home and I turned on my computer and I saw that you guys were talking about Harry Nilsson. And, everybody thinks, my background is from metal and from everything else. But without a doubt, 100%, the most influential musical artist in my entire life was Harry Nilsson. I have a horrendous memory. I can't remember anything. But am I still there?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
But my memory for Harry Nilsson, what?
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're there. You're here.
Oh, my memory of Harry Nilsson lyrics from, my dad. I don't know if he worked with Harry or did something, but I remember listening to those musics. And then even as recent as last Christmas, my girlfriend gave me Nilsson Schmilsson on vinyl, which was great because now I have 2 copies. And even that last Harry Nilsson album that was released, there's something about his music that just has always just been incredible. My favorite singer-songwriter on earth. It was the first time I heard, I can swear on this, right?
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
It was the first time that I ever heard the word fuck in a song. And that was what it was about Harry. It's like, yes, he had these beautiful, I remember growing up watching The Point, and that last music you just played with, I think it's the Brothers and Sisters of Harry.
Mm-hmm. No, that Brother Sister is just the name of my band. Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. you have a great voice, by the way.
No, well, that was my friend Bobby on lead. But thank you anyway. I'm sure.
Okay, whatever.
I'm sure I do have a great voice. Whatever, exactly.
But anyways, I know you guys were. For me to just put my tired mug on right now on Stefan's show of all things, but to know that
my battery died again.
that he's talking about Harry Nilsson, which. Oh my God. I'm sorry. More than John Lennon, more than anybody. Harry Nilsson was just the greatest. I still will listen. A matter of fact, the one person that I share my love for Harry Nilsson's music with is Shooter Jennings. Shooter also really loves Harry's music and even did a cover of, was the song Pussycat? There was that one kind of obscure album that he did with John Lennon.
Pussycats.
He did Flying Saucers. Is that off that album?
Yeah. No, that was Flying Saucer song was no, that was Sandman, wasn't it?
Sandman. Yeah.
Okay, whatever it was. But that wasn't my favorite. But from Nilsson Schmilsson to Son of Schmilsson's, right now I seriously watched The Mandalorian last night and don't remember anything it was about. But you put on any of those albums and I will know every single word of the lyrics. It's just his music was. Honestly, it was the most important music to my youth that I still love so much.
Yeah, it really is. It's
cool.
We all grew up in it. Ricky, it's good. Ricky was texting me, and I'm sorry, I was like, getting frantic. He's texting me, "Are you live right now?" I'm like, "Yes, Ricky." There's a lot of good stories here, and for you guys, Ricky did the Headbangers Ball. Kiefo, you might not know, or if you do know, if you're familiar with it, and Zach. I'm sure you know a little history, the Rainbow, and any questions you got now, Ricky. You want to ask the boys?
We were talking about the Point shows that I did, the live shows I did. One of those shows.
Oh, stop! What do you mean you did a live show of the Point?
I guess I got you. You probably know Matt Pinfield, right?
Yes.
So he came to the show. He's a friend of Cal's, and he came to the show, so he got to see it. You didn't, so you can go message him about it, and He's an important MTV VJ. I hosted the Headbangers Ball. I'm like the redheaded stepchild. Fair enough.
Like if Matt Pinfield's cousin's roadie can't go, then they'll maybe call Ricky Rackman.
Fair enough.
I wish I would have seen that.
That was a couple years ago in LA. We did this show, and Tim Heidecker was the narrator. Zach played some drums for it. Cal played some drums for it. Great band. Bobby Halverson of Brother Sister, who you just heard, he helped do the musical directing for it. And we had a really good band, strings and horns and harps and all that. But yeah.
That is a great animated film, and I watched it as a kid. And funny, I remember I'm friends with Brandon Cruz, who was in The Courtship of Eddie's Father.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But Brandon's also a punk. I mean, Brandon was a singer of Dr. No and everything else. But Brandon, who was in the Courtship of Eddie's Father, they ended up having My Best Friend by Harry Nilsson. And Brandon ended up recording a punk rock version of that song. And I believe Harry sang vocals with him on it.
That sounds kind of familiar. Doesn't that sound a little familiar, Zach? I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yeah, didn't Brandon, wasn't it an album? It's called Eddie is a Punk?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Yeah.
Wow, how wild is that? I didn't know that, man.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. Good, Ricky, look at you. You're better than Corey Leventon, fired from Circuits Magazine. Look at you. You're way better than.
But you're talking about something that I'm telling you. It's the my number one singer-songwriter of my life. My sisters worked with him. I never met him. His vocals, his range was incredible. His lyrics were so great, but he also had some crazy in it. You could have a song, just a beautiful, beautiful ballad, and then hear him talking about singing my balls off. And I didn't even know I remember learning what a lottery was from hearing the Lottery song from Harry Nilsson. There's songs that I used to sing all the lyrics, didn't even know what the lyrics meant until I got older and said, oh, that's what a lottery is. Because he talks about winning the lottery. I never even heard of it. It was like his music made that much of an impact on me.
That's one of my favorite songs, by the way, the Lottery song. Such a good song.
That's so cool.
I can't even pick a favorite song. I mean, it's interesting that you would do a show on that, Stephen, because I wish I was here earlier to talk about it.
We could do it again.
We could do it again. We could do a whole show and do a whole vinyl and pull out a Nilsson vinyl and then.
I got lots. I even got that last record that came out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember what was the last record that came out.
Well, are you talking about the Flash Harry, or are you talking about Lost and Found? Because
Lost and Found. I got on white vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, you got white vinyl.
I played bass on that one.
And you know what's so funny is you hear those songs on that, and it's like, wow, I never heard this song before, and it's freaking incredible. I mean, certain songs that Camp Encino, the song about Encino, Camp Encino, or whatever it is, which I had never heard before, and it was re-released, I think.
That was a Jimmy Webb song, actually, Campo de Encino. Jimmy Webb wrote that one.
That's another great. I mean, the funny thing about Harry Nilsson is being such a prolific songwriter, so great, yet his biggest hit was a song that he didn't write, which was kind of funny Without You.
Yeah.
But still, anybody that did a song, did that version after him was just like, Mariah Carey, you just ruined such a great song.
You're totally right on that one.
God.
I always thought it was a Harry song. It's funny because when Harry did the two songs, Everybody's Talking and With or Without You, I always thought those are his songs because he made those. It was his sound. And anybody else doing it sounded weird. Somebody else covered Everybody's Talking, and I just came across it the other day. I go, I can't listen to it. It's too weird.
That was from the movie Junior Bonner.
There was another cover that's
right.
What? No, Midnight Cowboy.
Oh, Midnight Cowboy.
Come on, Ratso Rizzo. That was.
I told you about my memory.
Well, don't talk about memory. This guy. So before Corey had a tape from Catherine. Catherine over from the old Rip magazine.
Catherine
Sherman. Yeah, I love Catherine.
She had a tape interviewing Alice Cooper, and Alice, who you're good friends with, because I can't get him on my show. I don't even think Ryan Roxy could get him on this show. He plays guitar, but he was talking about the days of we were talking before you came on about the Hollywood vampires, and then right there with Lennon and the whole scene over there, and there was a tape that Corey. Refresh Ricky right here because he missed it about the tape.
Well, Catherine told me that in 2013, she produces Alice's radio show in New York, and so in 2013 they had a psychic on, and the psychics said a bunch of names to him, and then he goes, and there's a Harry hanging around you. Harry, who's Harold? Harry, and then Alice, who doesn't seem to believe in it or whatever. He's like he's entertaining it, but he's then he tells the whole story And he says that they're all hanging out. All those cats are hanging out, and they're still doing the heaven equivalent of drinking. And it's interesting. I mean, the guy could have obviously just looked up. I mean, he knew he was coming on Alice Cooper's radio show.
Right. I think psychics are the most dangerous, horrible people on this fucking planet. They are a million times worse than evangelists, but I'm not going to go into that. However, when you
go
go
into it,
radio,
I need drama ratings. I need the lose fans and gain fans.
you know what psychics do? Psychics prey on people's depression. They give them false hopes when they don't know what they're about, and then they take their money. They're just disgusting. You want to go look up Sylvia Brown on YouTube and see what a disgusting creature this. Anyways,
I would tend to say probably 90% of all psychics are full of shit and just out for $1 and using tricks. That doesn't
100%.
It doesn't disprove psychic phenomena completely, but I tend to agree.
I love you.
Yeah,
there's interesting things that happen, like running into people at random times. I think there are interesting things that maybe there are other powers. However, forget psychics. And if you had that psychic ability, you wouldn't be doing it for
you'd be betting to find a lottery ticket. Yeah.
I want to do
one of those.
Thank you, Betty.
If you go to the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset, and they have this little private room where it says the Hollywood Vampires, and we know that Hollywood Vampires has been used recently, but it was Alice Cooper, Harry Nilsson, Keith Moon, maybe, Mickey Dolenz was up there, and it says at the Rainbow, and it says, Harry's name up there, and I'm sure those guys used to just party huge. But that's legendary stuff right there. And Harry Nilsson was the best.
That is, he was the best, man. And really, really, you know what? Thank you guys for keeping Harry's music alive too. You guys, Zach and Kiefo, working it, and you with your brothers and sisters. Thank you guys very much for doing that. I
want to see what you did with the point.
Oh, the point.
There's no recording of it, unfortunately.
Kiefo, I know we showed it early in the show, and some people bounce
the
out
record award.
No structure. You want to see Ricky go crazy, you guys? Show him the treasure. Kiefo, you mind sharing the treasure?
Yeah, sure.
I can edit this later. What the hell? It's Christmas. It's a holiday. Ricky, you're gonna lose your mind right now because I was like a little kid. You're gonna lose your mind. It's just the little treasures. Okay, check this out.
Triangle.
Is
that the point?
Yeah.
Okay, like I told you about my memory, it was Oblio and Arrow and the Rockman, and I think, right?
Yep. And the Bad Sisters.
Yeah, it was good. That was great.
There
I couldn't remember any.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, I could see that good. Yeah.
And then it's in the triangle, just makes it that much cooler.
How cool is that, huh?
So cool. So cool. I'll trade you some of my gold and platinum records for it.
That's great.
Mine are square.
Check out this. Check out the. You want to break out the ukulele? You want to check out? Break out.
No, I think he's gonna have to just check out the show.
Okay.
I actually do have to get going pretty soon,
man.
but
okay.
We should do it again.
Yeah, we got to do this again.
Yeah.
Kiefo, thank you so much for coming on here. You have a lot of great treasures. Kiefo, we're gonna let you bounce out of here. You got to get going. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys are great, man.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. All righty. Kiefo, anybody want to get in touch with you? It's in the description. And any shout outs before you get out of here, my man?
Just not particularly, no.
No? Okay, no problem. All right, buddy. Okay, Kiefo, I'll let you bounce. I'll bounce you out of here. Thank you, my friend.
Thank
Zach,
you.
hang out really tight, okay? Good talking with you, bud. Okay?
Yep. See you guys.
All righty. All right, so there we go. So now we got Ricky, we got Zach. You're gonna go too? Okay.
Yeah, it was just mind blowing. It's like, holy crap, Stefan's talking about something that I'm interested in.
We could do it again.
I was like shocked.
We could do a whole other episode with Ricky and Zach, and we could talk about the Hollywood vampires because you're kind of. You're like you were like the modern day Hollywood vampire with the cat house and all that stuff.
Anything. Check this out. Here's an interesting tidbit of information. Today is the 34th anniversary of the record release party for Guns N' Roses' first album at the Cat House. It was before they had the Geffen record, and we did it 34 years ago today. And Guns N' Roses decided that they wanted to play at the Cat House, and I said, "No, we're a rock and roll dance club. I feel weird about having bands play, but okay, I'll let you guys play." And they played acoustically before we were doing Unplugged or anything like that. And it was 34 years ago today that Guns N' Roses was the first band to ever play the Cat House. And that was really what put us on the map. And I remember that there were 600 people there. And then 2 weeks later, we did Faster Pussycat's record release party, and there were 700 people there. And Brett from Faster Pussycat said, dude, Guns N' Roses had 600. We had 800. We're going to be so much bigger than Guns N' Roses.
Oh, that's great, Ricky. That's excellent. Ricky.
Can I plug my podcast before I go?
Yes, of course you can. Everybody here. There you go.
I've got the Triple R podcast. The new one was just released today. And the 2 episodes that are out there right now, because it's the holidays, we talk about all this holiday weird stuff. But we have Zach Galligan, who was the star of the movie Gremlins. And we talk all about the movie Gremlins. But the best part about it is in part 2, he talks about rock and roll. And I've never, and I've been in this business for a while. I've never met somebody that has such a wealth of knowledge of all types of rock and roll, everything. I mean, he'll just go on from the Moody Blues to Megadeth to everything. And that's the Triple R podcast. And me and Leah also talk about Christmas horror films and weird traditions and stuff like that. It's the Triple R podcast.
Oh, awesome,
Thank
man.
you.
Awesome. You got a lot of good stuff. And tonight, you know who I got coming on the show, Ricky?
Ryan Roxy.
No, I got Playboy model Carrie Stevens with a new book, Unrated. Do you know Carrie, Ricky?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
She's coming on the show. And
tell her I said hello.
8 p.m. And if you want to chime in on that, too, if you want any stories, you're more than welcome to always join me. Ricky, how come you and I don't co-host a show together? I think we'd be good.
Obviously, I'm driving through the canyon right now. I have a really bad connection.
I'm just trying to be nice to you, Ricky. Ricky, I'll be honest with you. I'm just trying to be nice.
Damn.
To you. I'm too famous for you. You and Ryan Roxy, you can't handle my ego. You can't handle me.
Are we going to do you don't want to do the contest against downloads?
I'll
again,
do it.
do you?
I'll do a contest.
Oh my God.
Well, good. You want to do a contest any time of the day? Put your money where your mouth is, Rackman. ADIKA versus Rackman.
Oh yeah, I remember you started that a long time ago.
Stefan, I called this show because I love Harry Nilsson and I think the world of you. You are a great person. I like your show. I hope your show does really, really well.
Thank you.
It'll never be as big as mine, but I really hope it'll be well. And the reason I'm calling is because I really, really like you, and I think you do a really good job, and it's very fun watching your show. And it was cool that you had Harry Nilsson on too.
Yeah,
I mean, not Harry Nilsson. We're talking about Harry Nilsson.
You know what? We have his boys. They got the bloodline here, Zach and Kiefo. You can't get better, and they look like Harry. Look how much Zach looks like him.
That's so great. I wish I could remember what my dad did something with Harry Nilsson. I do know who produced a lot of Harry Nilsson's records.
Richard Perry did a lot.
Okay, I almost drowned in Richard Perry's pool when I was a kid.
Really?
Yes.
That's exclusive.
Yeah,
really.
It's not really exclusive. Nobody cares. But when I was a little kid, we were at Richard Perry's house, and I tried to get a softball out of the pool and fell in and almost drowned.
Oh my God! Ricky, you know what? Anytime you ever want to come on here, you're more than welcome. And just because you don't invite me on your show, you're always welcome on my show. But thank you for any Ricky Rackman fans out there that do get bored of Ricky to come on my side. You get bored of me, go to Ricky. We're sharing. There's enough to share out there. You know what? We got good stuff. Look who's here, Ricky, right there. Boom, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine, for everything. There's Catherine.
Catherine's great. Catherine's great, and she's a great writer. And she was a big part of all the old Cat House stories too, the ones that I can't remember that I'm always reminded of.
Yeah, Catherine was always I remember her from Circus Magazine and friend of Gary C's. Catherine, maybe you know why Gary C doesn't like Corey. We could talk about that. Bring you on here to interview you on that. You're always welcome too on the show, Catherine. We'd love to have you on here. Ricky, again, anytime. It's good to hear from you. Happy holidays. I'll let you go too.
It was nice to meet all of you and Zach. Very nice to meet you. And everybody have a really, really good holidays. And I don't know if anything is going to change in 2021, but we can change. And it just, I'm whatever. That's
it. That's all we got. We have each other. You know what? The country's been so divided. We all need to come together. And we might not talk all the time, Ricky, but you know what? It's great that we're friends together. We know each other a long time.
And we have stories that go back a long, long time ago. And the good thing is everything hasn't been that different for me because people have been social distancing for me for about 4.5 years. So I don't really know there's that much of a difference, but it was really good. And bye everybody, and have a wonderful, wonderful holidays.
All right, everybody in YouTube land, we'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, late night coffee talk with Carrie Stevens as our guest. Bye, everybody. We love you. Mwah.
It's coffee time.